rock the nation. Take over television and radio station. Bam, bam. The truth shall come. Give the corporations of complication.
We want to make a movement out of this too. I mean, like I said, this case is just so transparent. You know, and after getting all these contacts involved, I'm sure we can just move on to the next one. You know, and hopefully,
Just like it's been said, plenty of people in jail.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's plenty of people in jail, and I mean, this is an obvious example of why we should question our criminal justice system. There's just been countless cases, and Troy Davis, I mean, if you know about the Innocence Project, this was all on eyewitness testimony, and I mean, this is 2011. We should really, we have DNA evidence, we have physical evidence, and I mean, statistics show that eyewitness accounts can be very faulty. And these eyewitnesses, they put him on death row, but 7 of them have came back, and I mean, they're not getting anything for coming back and changing their stories. If anything, they could get in trouble. So, if you're going to put a man on death row and let him sit in prison for 20 years, why not take him off now once the same witnesses that put him on there come back? You know, I mean, it's quite bizarre. I mean, honestly, that we're having to do this.
Tell me about what is going on in Troy Davis's case right now.
He's waiting to receive a date where they will actually kill him, and he's supposed to be next in line. So he's just kind of chilling right now. His last appeal was denied by the Supreme Court, and that was, when was that?
April.
In April it was denied. So now he's just he's been waiting since April for a final date of when he will meet his maker. Hopefully not, if we can stop it with these petitions. He's been to court how many times?
Just once.
Well, he's had three
That's
prior
days,
execution
these
dates that have been pushed back.
Right. So now he's waiting for the final one. Hopefully this one can get pushed back and he can be found innocent since, you know, there's actually nothing to keep him in prison.
And so, is there any more? I mean, like beyond this, the hope that this might get pushed back. Is there more appeals that he can make, or is this really the end of the line?
There's basically, this is the end of the line, but Nathan Deal could grant him clemency if he really chose to. But I mean, fat chance of that happening. I mean, Barack Obama could grant him clemency. But I mean, in order for that to happen, we need necessarily everyone in Georgia and Atlanta to really get out there and make the biggest stink and the biggest noise that they can when they finally do hand down the death warrant. And that's our strategy. That's what we need.
And when do we expect that to happen?
It could be any day now. It's actually taken more time than we expected because Georgia very rapidly executed the last 2 people on death row in very rapid succession, and we're a little surprised that the death warrant hasn't already came down, but it's just allowed us more time to organize around it.
And so, who is organizing stuff? Like, is there a coalition? Like, what groups or networks?
Free Troy Davis Committee. We meet every Tuesdays right off here at Edgewood, and we've had some consistent people come, and we're just hoping that it grows and that we can kind of have branches or like other committees in different geographical locations here in Georgia. Kevin was talking about like go to Savannah.
Yeah, we have a
branch
branch of our committee that's going to start in Savannah soon, and we're also talking with some other people at other college campuses to trying to get people out there and petitioning, because other groups that are doing organizing around this, like Amnesty International and Georgians Against the Death, or for alternatives to the death penalty, we really don't feel that they're doing enough around Troy's case. That's clearly a winnable case. So we think that we need to be out there agitating the community as people on the left to really help try to save a man's life.
And so, where would you tell people, if people know about Troy Davis, like, want to join this most recent push to free him, where can they go to find out more information about the work that you're doing? How can they get involved with what you're doing? Where can they go? Website?
Yeah, right now Facebook, that Facebook group, the Free Troy Davis Committee, is probably the best bet right now. We are working on some more materials. You know, we're still building it right now. I think we're gonna actually have a website sometime
And if,
too.
and if they really, really want to come help out and really want to do something about it, I mean, they can call me personally. My number is 404-759-3763. I will give them the address. I will pick them up if they give me gas money, and you know, bring them there. Like, we need as many people as we can.
As many
You know, Amnesty's big. Other organizations are big, and we're pretty small, but we're trying to get larger. We're trying to get to as much people as we can. Because surprisingly, there's a lot of people that don't know. In Atlanta, you know, all those students at Georgia State, you'd be surprised how many students that I met did not know who Troy Davis was, did not know what was going on. And, you know, they would ask, why are you doing this? There's people in jail all the time. There's people, you know, getting killed all the time. Well, I don't know those people, and I wish they didn't, but this is one case that I know about and I can't overlook.
And so maybe what people want to help out, maybe they don't want to come to meetings. What can those people do?
Well, the least they can do, I mean, what, you know, like they said, it was, for now, check the Facebook page, which is what we have, and then the website is coming. And, I mean, and the Amnesty website for, you know, for our critiques of how we want to do the independent organizing outside of what that, I mean, that's a really good place to find all the facts, to really know what's going on. And you can sign the petition for his, you know, petitioning for his freedom, or that Amnesty will be submitting to the Pardon and Parole Board, because the petitions we collect will still go to Amnesty to go to the Pardon and Parole Board. And so if people, you know, don't want to come out to our meetings yet, but they need to know more about the facts, you know, the Amnesty website is a good place to find out and sign the online petition. And, you know, if they want to post to their Facebook and have all their friends sign it, I mean, the electronic signatures are, you know, not as strong as the on the ground organizing, but it's definitely, it helps every signature. And, you know, people from across the country have been signing the electronic petitions, so that's the easiest way, I would think.
So that would be like amnestyinternational.org or something?
Yeah, I believe it's AIUSA.org is the website.
So everyone's like, oh, you know, there's so many people in jail. But there's not that many people that are so blatantly innocent. Like, at least that.
I'm sure there's more Troys out there.
But this, I mean, that's those that are. I mean, we have to start winning somewhere. And so, if Troy, I mean, you know, saving one life is better than none. So if we start with one, then that's a great victory. And I think the reason we have so much trouble, and the reason they don't want to let them out, is the same reason it's important for us to win it, is because it highlights the whole process of the injustice system.
Once that ball gets rolling, then the whole thing's going to unravel, and they know that more and more people are going to be.
Yeah, because they already have enough
people.
people.
The precedent of people, of innocent people being let out.
Yeah,
That's
because
why
what
it's
just happened with the West Memphis 3, I mean, they let them out because of the obvious, you know, contradictions in the case, and the fact that there was a long-running movement for their freedom, but they made them sign, you know, pleas that said they could have been convicted, but they were holding their innocence, and that was entirely to cover the you know, trail of the legal system and keep them from having the state from having any repercussions. And so if we win with Troy, which I think we will, then that highlights all the other cases in Georgia and the U.S. of how faulty the justice system is. I mean, he's from Savannah, and other people. There's been many cases of other folks that had been on death row let out from DNA evidence in that county already. So this would just add to it, and so they really don't want to admit that they were wrong. That's why we have to win and then keep going.
Bam, bam. Rock the nation. Take over television and radio station. Bam, bam. The truth shall come. Give the corporations of complication.